options open.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Give me one sec. I guess we'll be all right. Just scoot over a little bit.
This one?
I forgot to adjust the camera. I can get up and do it, but it ain't too bad.
You'll be all right.
I ain't gonna lie. I really don't want to have to. If I get up, you're gonna have to get up. But oh no, welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Having a little difficulty here because I forgot to adjust, but we'll make it work. Let me get to where I want to be here. I'm Chris Gonzalez. He's Tony Gonzalez. I done terrible yesterday on my picks. I'm not going to lie. I was 0-4.
I went
in the NBA last night. That makes my record 161 and 139 on the year. But yeah, I did not have a good day at all yesterday in the NBA. I took the Pacers -2. They got beat. Had the Knicks -8.5. They got beat. Had the Rockets +11 because the Warriors struggle on the road. So I figured that'd be a close game. Warriors win by like 13.
Oh, did the Warriors win?
I'm pretty sure that's what you told me last night.
I can't remember.
I didn't even check because you said the Warriors won by like 13.
I think that's right. I slept since then.
I took your word. Your word off.
I went 0-3 in NBA, but I did go 3-0 in NHL. I had a parlay, so I went 3-3.
Yeah, I took your word on the Warriors winning by 13, and then you said the Jazz lost, so I took your word on that.
Yeah, I had that game.
I didn't even look. I know the Warriors won. Like I remember you saying it was like 13 because you were looking at it right before we started.
121 to 108.
Because you were looking at it right before we done the late show last night. So yeah, I was 0-4. I didn't have a good day at all. Today we have some NBA. You got some hockey.
Yep.
I think that's probably about it. There ain't a whole lot going on. Got World Baseball Classic tonight. Championship game. United States against Japan. I want to see United States win, of course. I mean, that's who I'm going to be rooting for.
Yep.
But just to be honest, I think it's an uphill battle, a big uphill battle. I think it's. I'd be surprised if they won. I think Japan's going to win, but I'm like I said, I'm going to be rooting for the United States. It's pitching. Japan's set up a lot better coming into this. They're starting. They're going to start a young guy, and then they have Darvish and Ohtani that they can bring in. Where United States, we don't have we don't have the greatest pitching staff anyway, because some of the better pitchers from the United States didn't play. But our best ones that are playing, like Lance Lynn and Wainwright, they're not available. We only have like 4 or 5 pitchers available. So I think that could really hurt us. I think the key for the United States is we need to score about 5 or 6 runs in the first 3-4 innings. Make them get to their bullpen quick. That way, you want them to get to Ohtani as quick as you can. That way, you can try to get Ohtani out there. Then they have to use other guys later in the game. I think that's the key to have success.
Well, if they're gonna win that game, it's gonna be an 8-6, 6-4, 7-5 the type game.
Today on the baseball show, I did take United States just because that's who I want to win. I said 7-5. But yeah, I think it's going. Yeah, for them to win, it's going to be a high scoring game. They're going to have to put up points because I don't think their pitching is going to be able to shut down that Japan offense. I mean, look what Japan was able to do to Mexico last night.
Yep.
After getting down, and look what Mexico done to us. So
yep.
It's going to be interesting. All right, let me pull the odds up here. I guess I better check our sound real quick. It's probably good, but the one time I don't check it is when we sound like fucking robots. It's probably good, but the one time I don't check it is when. Yep.
That can be a good thing. You got your defensive player on the Patriots on a radio show saying last year the offense there was never true hope.
Bad thing is that he's telling the truth.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying he's not telling the truth. I'm not saying that.
You probably shouldn't be saying. You probably don't. I mean, yeah, you don't really want to say that to the public.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea.
No, I agree with you there, but yeah, he's telling the truth because their offense was I never understood why they. I mean, you didn't have a true offensive coordinator on there at all. You have a Belichick's a great coach, but he's known for his defense. He's not known for offense. So you bring in Patricia, who was known as a defensive coordinator, and you have him trying to call plays, and you have Joe Judge, who never called plays, was a special teams guy.
Yeah.
I mean, most times you're going to bring in. If you bring in a new guy, he's never called plays before, but at least bring in an offensive-minded guy that has been around offense, and can, especially when you have a young quarterback.
Yeah,
you need somebody to develop your quarterback. Mac Jones got worse last year instead of better.
Yeah,
he played better his rookie year than he did last year. All right, NBA night. We have the Washington Wizards at the Orlando Magic. The Wizards are 1-point favorites. They're minus 112 on the money line. Over/unders at 226 in this game. The Wizards are 32-39 on the season. They are 1-4 over their last 5 games. Hey, how you doing, Mickey? Good afternoon. The Magic are 29-43. Thanks for joining us. Magic are 29-43, 2-3 over their last 5. The Wizards lead the series 2-0 season series. I like the Wizards here at the -1. And actually, earlier in the day, this morning the Wizards were +1. So this has flipped.
Yep.
From now they're -1. So I was going to take them at the +1. Next game, Cleveland Cavaliers at the Brooklyn Nets. The Cavs are 3.5-point favorites. They're -164 on the money line. The Nets are +138 on the money line. Over/under for this game is at 218.5. The Cavs are 45-28 on the season. 3-2 over their last 5 games. The Nets are 39-32 on the season. They're 2-3 over their last 5. The Nets do lead the season series 1-0, but that was earlier in the season. The Nets team has changed since then. I like the Cleveland Cavaliers here at the -3.5. All right, next game is the Detroit. Oh, hold on, let me make sure my phone shut off on me. Detroit Pistons at the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks are 13.5-point favorites, -900 on the money line. The Pistons are +610 on the money line. Over/under for this game is at 237. The Pistons are 16-56 on the season, 1-4 over their last 5. The Hawks are 35-36, 2-3 over their last 5. They lead the season series 3-0 versus the Pistons. Blew them out twice and then won by 5 the other game. I like the Hawks to win this game. I don't like the 13.5 points. So this game I'm staying away from. Next game is the San Antonio Spurs at the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans are 13-point favorites, -950 on the money line. The Spurs are +640 on the money line. Over/under for this game is set at 230.5. Spurs are 19-52 on the season, 2-3 over their last 5 games. Pelicans are 34-37, 2-3 over their last 5. They lead the season series 3-0. I like the Pelicans, but 13 points is too many. Plus, last couple times I've took the bet against the Spurs, they've kicked my ass. I had them against, I think, the Warriors or somebody last week, and they end up winning that game. Then you have the Boston Celtics at the Sacramento Kings. The Celtics are 5-point favorites. That's actually went up. It was 4.5 earlier this morning. So change that to 5. -215 on the money line. The Sacramento Kings are +180 on the money line. Over/unders at 238.5. Celtics are 49-23 on the season, 3-2 over their last 5 games. Kings are 43-28, 3-2 over their last 5. The Celtics lead the season series 1-0. This is the second game of a back-to-back for the Kings, as they played last night and lost. Forget who they lost to now. The Jazz. Yeah, they got beat by the Jazz last night because I took the Kings to win. I like the Celtics here. Celtics have been one of the best teams in the East. Basically the best. Well, I'd say one of the best teams in the East because the Bucks are right up there all season. Kings have been one of the best teams in the West, but Celtics have been playing good ball. Kings are on, like I said, second game of back-to-back. I like the Celtics coming in rested at the -5. And then the last game of the night in the NBA, you have the OKC Thunder at the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers are 7-point favorites, -270 on the money line. The Thunder are +220 on the money line. Over-under is at 237.5. The Thunder are 35-36 on the season, 4-1 over their last 5 games. The Clippers are 38-34, 4-1 over their last 5. So both teams have been playing well over the last couple of weeks. The Thunder do lead the season series 2-0 versus the Clippers. I think this is going to be a close game. I don't like the 7 points. I'm leaning toward taking. I was leaning toward taking the Thunder at the +7, but it's a game I'm going to end up staying away from. But I favored the Thunder at the +7. I can see the Clippers winning the game, but I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a real close game. I can see either team winning this game, so I think 7 is a little too many points. My picks tonight for the NBA are going to be the Washington Wizards -1, Cleveland Cavaliers -3.5, and the Boston Celtics -5. That's going to be my NBA picks for tonight. That's going to be all the picks I have because there is no. Well, I might give out one more, but that's only ones because there is no college basketball. I know Dad has some hockey as well.
Yeah, I got my NBA parlay for tonight. I got Washington at Orlando. I'm going to take over the 226. I got Cleveland at Brooklyn. I'm going to take over the 218.5. And I got Detroit at Atlanta under the 237. That's my NBA parlay. Now for my NHL, I got Florida moneyline win at Philly. I got Ottawa at Boston. I'll take Boston moneyline win. And then I'll take Tampa Bay moneyline win at Montreal.
Then in the World Baseball Classic, got the championship game tonight. United States is a 1.5 run favorite. Surprises the hell out of me. I think they're just a favorite because of the sports books are in the United States. I can't believe they're a favorite in this game. Don't get me wrong. I hope United States wins. That's who I'll be rooting for tonight. But this Japan team has looked like the best team in the World Baseball Classic. Pretty much the whole thing. I know they got down yesterday, but other than that, they've been pretty dominant, and they were able to come back last night. I'm gonna give out a pick for the game. I'm gonna go with Japan at the +1.5, just because I think they're the better team. I hope I lose this pick, just because I would like to see the United States win and be back-to-back World Baseball Classic champions. Because I mean, hell, baseball is supposed to be our sport. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be. Doesn't mean it's like America's pastime. It's supposed to be America's sport. So it'd be great for us to be able to win back-to-back World Baseball Classics. But as much as we love baseball in the United States, Japan's the same way when it comes to baseball. I mean, baseball there is big business. I lean toward Japan because of the pitching. That their pitching they're set up better than what we are with available pitchers. Because if you're not familiar with it, in the World Baseball Classic, it's kind of like what they do in the Little League World Series with pitching wise. You're only allowed, they limit the amount of pitches a pitcher can throw. So like in the semifinals, I think it was only like 65 pitches, and the pitcher had to come out. And then you have to rest like 3 or 4 days. Well, in the finals, you can throw, I think, 80 or 85 pitches, between 80 and 90 pitches. But the problem is the United States used Wainwright against Cuba in the semifinals. Lynn's not available, so our top 2 starters aren't even available.
Yeah,
we do have pretty good relief pitching, so that's why I think for the United States the key is to jump. We got to jump on Japan early. But I'm going to take Japan at the +1.5 just because I'm kind of surprised that they're not favorites.
You know who the United States is starting?
Yes. Merrill Kelly.
I have no idea who that is.
I'm pretty sure that was what his name is. Merrill Kelly, and Japan is starting Shoto Amaga.
Is that the young guy?
He's a younger guy, but the one guy pitched last night.
Okay.
And their plan is they're going to go with this guy Amaga starter, then bring in
Otani?
Yu Darvish
Oh,
for a couple innings, and then go with Otani. Basically, try to close Otani after that.
hey Glenn, how's it going?
Yeah, how's it going, Glenn? Back in India, now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
I
is.
think if I remember, I think I saw a thing where he touched down last night.
I know he had some delays, but yeah, I think he's back.
And then we got the Sweet 16. We do got to look at a couple college basketball games tonight in NIT. I forgot about the NIT.
Okay.
You have North Texas at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's a 3.5-point favorite, minus 184 on the money line. Over-unders at 121.5. I would favor Oklahoma State in that game. Then you have Wisconsin, the Big Ten team, against Oregon. Oregon's a 2.5-point favorite, minus 154 on the money line. Over-unders at 131.5. I think just because I'm a Big Ten guy, I favor Wisconsin.
Yeah, I would too. But yeah, that's the same reason.
That's the only NIT games tonight. There is 2 NIT games tomorrow, so I'll do a little more research on them games and maybe give out some picks for that tomorrow. That's just me. I forgot all about the NIT. It was a short hour delay because of connection flight from Miami.
Yeah, Glenn, I was disappointed in our IU women. I thought they was going to make a deep run in the tournament, and they got upset by Miami of no other team. Since IU men's team got beat Miami, I guess the women wanted to get beat Miami too.
Miami kicked our ass. They kicked Indiana's ass this weekend.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I didn't think the women would lose that game. I
thought they would at least make it to this final 8. I really did.
Well, you know where I had them going. I had them going to the championship game against South Carolina.
Yeah.
I didn't think now beating South Carolina would have been a tall task. I think they have a good chance of finishing this season undefeated and as the national champion. They're just tough, but I thought IU had a good chance of getting to at least the Final Four, and that's why you play the games. I mean, look at all the upsets. I'd seen that between the men's tournament and the women's tournament, more number 1 seeds got beat this year in the first 2 rounds than for a long time. I forget the exact year, but it's been a long time.
I wasn't surprised. Unless Alabama, I know a lot of people's on the Alabama bandwagon. I'm still not completely sold. They may prove me wrong. I still think there's going to be a 3 or 4 or 5 seed going to win it.
It could. If Miami plays like they did against Indiana, they're going to be tough to beat. They impressed me.
Yeah.
Alabama looked awful damn good because of their size, their length, and then they have so many playmakers on that. They have so many playmakers that can shoot.
Tennessee was impressive, but Duke's a young team also. But I thought they were impressive.
Yeah, Tennessee was. Glenn said lots of disappointments to go around last night. Yeah, Pacers got beat. IU women got beat.
Hey, but the Colts got a wide receiver.
I like that pickup though. He's not. Is he a number 1 guy? No, but he's a playmaker. I think
he averaged 10 yards per catch. He didn't get a lot of catches, but then
he's also good on special teams as a punt returner as well.
Yeah, but he didn't get a lot of. Didn't get a great opportunity.
Yeah, because you had Diggs and Davis.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I think it was a decent pickup. It was now we need to do more. I don't think we're set at the wide receiver position.
Is it an upgrade from Paris Campbell though? Other than that, can do special teams. About the same money.
Maybe a little bit, just because I think
more experience, maybe
a little more experience, and I don't think McKenzie's had the injury issues as Paris Campbell.
Okay.
But we still got to do more at receiver. That can't be all we do at receiver. I think they're going to draft a receiver as well, sometime in the draft. With that 4th pick, I'd go offensive line or either move back. I know some of these mock draft people think they're going to move up to 3 to get Levis. If you want Levis, stay at 4, and if he's there, take him. If he's not there, move on. But I'm not 100% sold on anything but quarterback. I'd move back, take like Hooker or somebody in the 2nd round. If you want to take Dugan in the 2nd round. Go with Minshew this year. See how that guy develops, and if you don't think that's the guy, and you have a terrible season this year, the quarterback class next year is better.
I think so. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't disagree with that.
I'd rather have Caleb Williams or that Drake May, other than the guys in this draft, and not trying to be not being disrespectful. The guys,
Well, the
I mean,
guy
they're good players. I just don't.
the guy I like the most out of this draft, and I'm still don't know that I would take him as even if I had the number 1 pick, is Stroud. That's just my opinion. But I'm not 100% sold on him. I'm a little bit more sold on him than some of the other ones.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
No, I feel the same way. I think Carolina's going to take Stroud.
I do too.
I think Bryce Young's going to end up with the Texans. Arizona at 3. I thought they might take that Carter, but a lot of people think Carter's going to fall back now because of some of the issues he's been having off the field. And then now they're thinking that somebody might try to trade up on.
Yep.
So the Colts are going to might take a quarterback at 4. Raiders are at 5. They're probably going to try to take a quarterback.
Who they rumored the Raiders moving up for that they like is who they're saying the Colts are going to move up to 3 to get. Supposedly the Raiders like
Levis.
They would like to have Levis. That's one of the rumors I've heard. I think they also would take Richardson too, but
Glenn said, "Yeah, this year is a wash for the Colts." I hope not, but it's kind of looking like looking like that. Damon, hate to say this, and I hope I'm wrong, but I could see y'all signing DJ Shark. Yeah, I hope you're wrong too, Damien. But you never know. I think McKenzie was a decent pickup, but we gotta get another wide receiver, and then we gotta do something with the offensive line. It don't matter who the quarterback is. If our offensive line played like they did last year, it don't matter who the quarterback is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
And if they start the season with Minshew, I'll be okay with that. With the situation that we're in right now, I'll be okay with if we start season with Minshew.
Everything I've read about the defensive end that the Colts picked up from San Francisco, a lot of people.
That was a good pickup.
A lot of people think that was a great pickup and an upgrade from what we had before.
Was. I really like that.
A lot of people think we got a real bargain there for what we paid. So we'll see.
I really like that pickup. And another thing, most of the deals that we've done with San Francisco have worked out pretty good for us.
And I think speed will do fine.
We traded the number 1 pick that a few years ago, got DeForest Buckner from San Francisco. So I mean, most of the times we've had good.
Well, I think our linebackers are going to be fine with speed. If what's his name comes back healthy, and with the emergence of Franklin, I think we're going to be fine with the linebacker.
Oh yeah, because our defense was pretty good last year. We were missing our best player on defense. Yeah, he's always been about draft picks, and I mean that works to an extent. And honestly, I think it would have worked. I think Ballard, the way Ballard does things, I think would have worked perfect for the Colts if they would have protected Andrew Luck and he didn't retire, because then you could draft pieces like he's trying to do.
We don't have a quarterback.
But once we lost our franchise quarterback and Luck, that changed everything. Then you have to start operating differently, and they haven't.
And the other thing,
they kept operating like as we were right there where we really wasn't.
Well, what went wrong with the offensive line? They thought we was going to have a top 5 offensive line in the league, and it was one of the worst offensive lines. Something went wrong, drastically wrong. Was it the coaching? Was it the?
What I think went wrong is, I don't know if it was Reich or if it was the defensive coordinator, but I think the coaches lost the locker room. And from reports I've heard, it was like the coaches lost, the coaching staff had lost the locker room because Shaq Leonard came out and said that they'd be watching film and you could see a guy not putting out enough effort, and the coaches would be saying, "Oh, that's good. That's good effort." I think they lost the locker room some. But yeah, I don't know why it collapsed. Like even I mean, Quentin Nelson didn't look like Quentin Nelson last year.
Yeah, our offensive line was supposed to be one of the best and was one of the worst, and it was just, I mean, it was just horrible. And I mean, we sat there and watched that one game, Denver, which we did end up winning, and just made fun of the offensive line. I mean, we couldn't block nobody.
No, I wanted the one guy. I wanted that rookie off the team.
Yeah, you wanted to have him assassinated during the middle of the game. So
he had like 5 holding penalties in a row.
Yeah. And well, the other guy didn't hold, but he just just let it through. So what's the difference?
That game and then the New England game where the Ellinger get killed.
Yeah.
Damien said he heard from several YouTubers that they think Colts will make a trade at the draft for Lamar. I will be honest. I have seen a lot of reports here around Indiana that the Colts might put out an offer sheet for
the problem with that
for Lamar.
They have 5 days to match it.
So that's why I don't think they'll do it at the draft. I think if they're going to do it, they're going to do it before the draft.
Unless they just come to a deal. You know
unless they know that Baltimore's
Baltimore say, hey, we'll take that deal, boom, right up front.
Or Baltimore says they're not going to match it, and we'll take the 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
But
you got to come to the 2 first-round picks. I mean, it doesn't say what year the first-round picks are. Will it be this year, next year?
I'm not sure if it's this year, next year, if it's next year and the year after. I'm not sure how they do that.
Well, I'm sure one of them's going to be this year.
I'm not sure how. I have to read into that how it works with the franchise tag. I know they get 2 first-round picks, but no, Damien, there has been a lot of reports around here that the Colts are going to make an offer. But I don't think they're going to make no offer that's going to be $250 million guaranteed. I don't see them doing that.
Do you think? And again, if you make this offer, the Baltimore might match it. Do you think they would come out and say, "Hey, look, we're not going to give you 5 years and 250 guaranteed, but we'll give you 4 years, 190 guaranteed"?
He'd be a fool if he didn't take it.
I mean, that's almost $50 million a year.
Yeah, he'd be a fool if he didn't take it.
But my thing is, Baltimore probably would match that deal.
They might,
because they had already offered him 180 million supposedly guaranteed, but on a 5-year deal.
And they might match it. So
what if you offered a 3-year deal, 150 guaranteed?
So I would rather a shorter deal like that than a long-term deal anyway, just because of his injury history. If that's what we were going to do. I know a lot of people think Lamar's terrible. I think Lamar's a good player.
I do too.
But I wouldn't give him no 250 million guaranteed just because, and it's not because of his play. It's because of his style of play and his injuries. And his style of play is going to lead to some of them injuries because he's going to take hits.
I tell you, the guy that I think is perfect for our system, or the system I think that Philadelphia's going to run. And I hope that I still think Hooker's the perfect guy because of his percentage of throwing and also his mobility and his athletic ability.
That's what I said.
I think Hooker's a perfect fit. I think Richardson's a fit except for the 43% or 53% passing. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure they could get. But what worries me is what Mel Kiper said today.
You're right, Glenn. We had no reason winning that game.
Mel Kiper said today what worried him is even on his short passes.
How's it going, Billy?
Even on his short passes,
yeah,
he was so inaccurate, and that concerns me.
You know how many touchdowns he had in his first 5 games last year for Florida? I don't know if you were watching earlier.
I 0. Yeah, I mean, I know he's athletic, but that's a project.
Yep. And that's a reach. I think that's a big reach to take him at 4.
Yeah. I wouldn't be as uncomfortable if he was taking him at 20. But I don't think he's going to be there at 20 because I think other people will take that chance.
Because everybody needs a quarterback, and they see the athletic ability and everybody. So I can make him better.
Once you get past the top 10 quarterbacks, there's a decent fall off.
Well, yeah, we were talking on the afternoon show.
Well, they was talking about who the best quarterback in the NFC is, and of course they said
Hurts.
I look at the numbers. I know it's not going to be a popular opinion, but if you look at the numbers, I think the guy who had the best year last year, right up there, was Goff.
Oh yeah. Well, when we were talking, we said that because they were asked. I think it was
Of course,
Nate.
that was 1 year.
It was Nate asked who the second best quarterback in the NFC was. And Goff and Carr
Yep.
and Cousins were the
Yep.
the three that we came up with.
Yeah, because Brady's gone.
Brady's gone. Rodgers is probably going to be in the AFC,
Well, Goff had 40, almost just under 4,500 yards last year passing.
and we think Rodgers is probably going to be in the AFC.
Yep.
So I mean, really, them are and Carr moving to the NFC, so them are about the top guys. Because if you say beside Hurts,
If I'm Lamar, I'd want to go to the NFC.
and I would say right now Hurts, out of the quarterbacks that are in there after the year he had last year, I'd put Hurts right up there, maybe as number one. I don't know if it's clear cut as,
No.
as he was saying, but
No.
Because if Golf has another year this year like he did last year, you could put him right up there. I mean, and the Lions have made some good moves. Bears made some good moves, but you have to just see how it all comes together too.
I think the Lions were a better team than the Bears.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were.
But and that's another thing. Fields has got a lot to prove.
Lions have,
And I'm not saying he won't.
yeah, Lions have improved.
I hope he does.
And Lions' weakness last year was their defense, and they've improved their defense. So at least on paper, they've improved their defense with the guys they brought in. So, but before we get out of here, my picks tonight: Wizards -1, Cavs -3.5, Celtics -5, and I'm gonna take Japan +1.5 in the World Baseball Classic. Don't forget tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, we have pro wrestler Sage Phillips will be joining us. Should be a great conversation. Really looking forward to it. And then on Thursday, we have pro wrestler Jake Elliott will be joining us at 6:30. Friday, we'll have the Indiana Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame ceremony. And then we'll have and Saturday, DCCW 5-year anniversary show. Sunday will be at Warrior Pro Wrestling. That Warrior Pro Wrestling will be live at 3 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. Not sure if we'll be live Saturday for the 5-year anniversary show yet. Because just got to see if we can get internet or not. If not, we'll probably air it on Monday. But we will be live Friday night for the Hall of Fame ceremony. Pro wrestler Tommy Gage that was on the show last week. He's getting inducted into the Indiana Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame Friday night. So come check that out. That should be pretty cool.
Chris, I want to get your opinion on something real quick. The title pie. This is who Nick thinks. Nick, right? His best chances. He's got Milwaukee. Who's got number 2 there?
76.
76ers with 22%. And it's the Grizzlies, right? 11. That would be the Suns. 9%. The Lakers are 8%. He's got Boston way back to 5%. He's got the Lakers as a better chance of winning the NBA championship.
Yeah,
than the Boston
crazy
Celtics.
He only have the Warriors on there.
No,
which I know the Warriors aren't playing great, but if they
but they're ahead of the Lakers right now. Right now the Lakers. What? I don't think they're actually in yet.
I'm not.
I think they're still.
They're
right. They're right there.
But yeah, the Celtics have been one of the best teams in the East all season. How can you have them at 5%?
5% chance. He's got a bunch of teams ahead of him.
I'd have the Celtics ahead of the Grizzlies.
Oh, I would too. And where's
the Denver Nuggets at 4%?
Yeah,
they've been the best team in the West all season, pretty much. I don't know. He used to be a guy that I liked.
Yeah,
I used to watch him and Chris Carter all the time, and I really liked that show.
I think Carter kept him in line.
Then Carter had his trouble and left, and then since then he's just kind of went crazy. Damien hates.
He hates Carter.
He hates Carter.
He hates Carter with a passion.
You have anything else before we get out of here?
No.
Like I said, join us tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Pro wrestler Sage Phillips will be joining us. We'll be back tomorrow at right around 3 with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. We appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Hit that like button as well. Follow us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where I post all the information about our upcoming shows. We will be at a show April 8th. DCCW Invasion 4. Olympic gold medalist WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle will be there. Buff Bagwell, Buff is the stuff. He'll be there.
Buff is the stuff.
And then also WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi is going to be there as well. We'll be live for that show April 8th, 7 p.m. Eastern, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. So join us for that. Should be that's going to be an awesome show. DC, if you live around Indiana and you can come to a DCCW show, go to one. You're not going to be disappointed for the price. You can't get better entertainment. I mean, there's a lot of good organizations in Indiana. I'm not putting nobody down, but
a lot of good.
But DCCW, you're not going to be disappointed. They do it a little bit different than some of the other organizations around. They bring in some of the bigger name guys and stuff as well, but they also have a lot of great local talent.
Well, they got some of the best local talent. That's and a lot of it's come from WCWO, which that's kind of their sister promotion. So that's a great partnership there. And a lot of those guys are seen on a lot of other shows too. But a lot of them got their start with WCCW and WCWO. So but there's a lot of great promotions out there. But yeah, it's everybody's got their own style and does things different. Like I said, Kokomo's old school. Warrior Pros, story driven. I mean, there's all different styles, something for everybody. But DCCW does a lot of charity shows and fundraisers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, DCCW's. I mean, that's our home promotion. So yep. I'm always gonna be a little biased towards them.
Yep.
For some reasons I'm not going to get into, yep. But other than the guys that run it are great dudes.
Oh yeah,
awesome dudes. You're not going to find much better dudes than the guys that run it, and WCWO. I mean, I think the world of
I count that.
I kind of because I think the world of Jared, Joey, and Terry.
And then you got WCW. You got guys like Big Pete and them guys over there.
Well, it's a big family.
Big family.
I mean, like they have a big Thanksgiving dinner every year, and we get invited. Some of the fans will be there. I mean, it's just a big family.
Yep.
And it's pretty awesome to be a part of.
Yep, most definitely.
And like in WPW, I'll say almost the same thing about them too. It's like a family there. I mean, Dave messaged me all the time just to check in with me to see how I'm doing and stuff. So I mean, we met a lot of good people through wrestling.
Another great promotion, Summit Pro.
Oh yeah, Summit Pro.
And it's really.
Tell you what, that last Summit Pro show was one of the best shows that we've been to.
It's getting better. It was up there, just getting better and better.
And their crowd is growing.
Yeah.
Because they've only been around just a little over a year.
Yep.
We were at like their second or third show.
Yeah, just a little over a year, maybe a year and a half now, and they're really making strides. Warrior Pro's another one that's only been around year and a half, 2 years. They've made great strides. DCCW has been around for 5 years, and we just been around for the last year and a half,
almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. So, but
WCWO has been around for
many years. So, but there's a lot of great promotions. Like I said, Kokomo. If you want a great atmosphere, and old school wrestling, you can't beat that atmosphere. Put on good shows, and like the fans are nuts. If you want to be a part of a crazy fan base, go to Kokomo, because you're going to be a part of a crazy fan base. Best fans in Indiana.
And then we go to a show at a church, WTF. Yeah. They put on a good show, and they have a great facility. Have two big screens that they show everything on.
Top notch.
We was just here a couple weeks ago, and that was a great show. Got to see Apollo Star against Brian Pillman Jr.
Might have been the best match I've seen this year so far that we've been to. Right up there with Pillman.
That one was real good. And I really enjoyed Apollo Star's son. Was it Cassius?
Yes.
Cassius Star, that dude, man, he impressed me. Young guy, but he impressed me in that match.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And hey, there's believe it or not, I know a lot of people don't know. You may be wrestling fans out there, and you watch WWE and you watch AEW and all these shows. There's anywhere from 5 to 12 shows about every weekend here in Indiana, spread out.
And I think it's that way in a lot of states.
Yes,
because I know a lot of these guys from Indiana go to Michigan, Illinois, Kentucky. Ohio, who was it? Blake Wright. He's going to go. When he going to Connecticut?
He's going to Connecticut.
Yeah. He's going to go to Connecticut.
And Rachel Armstrong's been all over the
West
place.
Virginia,
West Virginia, Pennsylvania.
Colorado.
She's been Colorado.
So we've
been
had
all over the place.
we've had quite a few guys here from Indiana been going to Colorado here lately. So
Well, we got an Indiana native going to be on. She's been on AEW quite a bit lately. Billy Starks is going to wrestle Tony Storm tonight, 7 p.m. on AEW Dark. That's on YouTube. So she's. I don't even think she's 18 years old yet.
she's good.
She's going to be a big signee for somebody. She's holding off till her schooling's done, but she's fantastic.
All right, we appreciate everybody joining us. We will be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Join us tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Pro wrestler Sage Phillips will be joining us. He's one of the guys we see all the time at Summit Pro. Great in the ring, man. Just absolute technician. I think it's going to be an awesome conversation. So join us tonight, 6:30 for that. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.